Hey, what's up guys, Eater94 back again with another action figure review. Today we're looking at the Mezco 112 Collective, Friday the 13th Part 3. This is Jason Voorhees. And there is the backside showing off all of the accessories which we are going to look at. But before that, make sure you check the link down below. Check out onestoptoyshop.com where I picked up this figure and you can do so yourself as well as other Mezco figures. So this is how Jason Voorhees comes packed in the box. We have him with his gripping hands attached and his mask is attached with his normal head. We have plenty of accessories with this release, a lot of good weapons here which can go with a lot of other characters if you want to mix and match and swap them and let other figures hold these weapons. It's perfect for, let's say, Joker or even Michael Myers or some other villains. So let's get to the accessories real quick. So first up we have a cleaver, and it is bloody. All these weapons are pretty much have blood painted on them. So there's your cleaver. Then we have a regular knife. We also do get a wrench, very nicely detailed and painted. A fireplace poker with blood on it. A spear gun. You see the paint job is nicely applied. We have an axe, a machete, and a pitchfork. So these are all the weapons he comes with. Now to the hands and heads. We get two heads, including the one attached on the figure. So this is our other variant. We have a bloody version with a big gash on his head, and also with the bloody version we can have the bloody mask. So the mask just goes over the face, very easy and simple. And the gash will go along with it because the mask also has a gash. So this is a bloody mask. The one on the figure itself is a regular one. That swaps out just like that, and you can see his face. Very easy. So we did see those grabbing hands on the figure already. We have open hands here, so you have an option to put those on. Then we have one right hand that is slightly different grabbing hand, and then a right hand with a trigger finger there, so you can hold the spear gun. And of course he does come with your basic Mezco base and stand that come with all their figures. So here's a look at him with the bloody head on and some of the weapons in his hand here. And now let's take a look at the articulation of the figure. We have the head that can swivel left and right. It's on a ball joint here, typical for Mezco figures, which is fine. He looks up pretty well until it pops off. So about this high, and then it goes down that low. He does have a hunchback, so he's not standing straight up. He's always going to be slouching over, so keep that in mind. The arms are going to go forward as far as his cloth shirt allows them to, which is pretty far, and back, in and out, pretty good range. We do get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, swivel at the wrist with a hinge at the wrist. Looks like we do have a diaphragm joint that swivels, and undershirt down there covers the joints. We can crunch it forward and back. There's a waist swivel as well. Legs will kick forward this far. You see the boots. They will go as far as a split almost. We do get thigh swivels, double jointed knees. Also the ankles will hinge forward and back. There is a pivot at the boot, so it's not just a single piece. So we do get a boot cut, but what I was saying, it's not a single piece like the Dawn of the Dead, the George Romero zombies that were all a solid piece and they weren't articulated at the ankles. These are, let's get focused, there you go. So the swivel at the ankle, also at the boot, the hinge forward and back I mentioned, and then we do get the pivot at the ankle. Now the gash on his head isn't a super deep gash, but you can still play with it and put some weapons there. So you can put a cleaver in there. Let's see if we can fit the machete. Machete might be a little too heavy, but it's not like it's a peg hole. You gotta kind of just play with it, it seems. I guess the machete doesn't fit all too well. Alright, so the machete was a no-go, but I did get the axe in there, and it feels like it's just hanging in there by a thread almost. I can slightly touch it and it's gonna fall out. Like I said, it's not a deep peg, but you can get some weapons in there for sure. There's the knife. Alright, and there we have next to the Mezco 112. This is Michael Myers from the original Halloween. About the only horror figure I have next to this Jason now. So they look good together. So yeah, with that said, that's all the horror figures I have to compare him next to. I know it's pretty sad, but I'm not a big horror fan, so it's a surprise I even have this Jason figure, to be honest. Here is the Mezco 112 Collective Captain America Steve Rogers. Next to the recently released and recently reviewed by me, this is the PX exclusive Iron Man Stealth Armor version. Our Mezco homemade Spider-Man suit 112 Collective. Next to the Mezco as well, these are all Mezcos. The Thor Ragnarok Thor. Our MDX exclusive, this is the Purple Catwoman. Next to the Justice League Tactical Suit Batman. And there he is next to the Toy Fair exclusive Gomez figure. And just to get some other lines in here, we have the Amazing Spider-Man from Mafex, Obi-Wan Kenobi from SH Figuarts, and let's wrap it up with the Prince of All Sands. There he is next to the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Vegeta. So that's going to wrap things up here for the Mezco 112 Collective Jason Voorhees from Part 3 of Friday the 13th, to be exact. Pretty cool. I liked it more than I thought I would, me being a non-horror fan here. Just for the accessories alone, it's a nice purchase. I like the weapons, and you can use it for a lot of other characters. So a lot of ACBA guys are going to like this just for the accessories alone. So I appreciate you guys tuning into my review. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And as always, I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day.